do this waiting room bit. Spotlight. Cool. And spotlight. All right. Recording, streaming. That's done. And one more thing here. Okay, cool. All right. All right, we are live here. And I think, yeah, we're ready to go. Okay, guys. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. It's great to see everybody's lovely faces again this Tuesday, the May 20th, 2025. And if you are new here, we have switched this up to do our coherence meditations every 2 weeks. We've been doing this for 2 years now, right? Yeah, a long time.
More
So
than
for
two
every two
years.
weeks, we have our coherence meditations on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. We host our live streams here over here on Zoom, and you can find our link right over here, I'mAwakeNowWhat.com. And in addition to that, we have the I'mAwakeNowWhat.com /calendar where you can find the link directly over to our Zoom. And I've never actually done this before, but I'm going to, in case anybody is a little bit unclear, especially newbies and whatnot, let me just show really quick a portion of my screen over here. Nope, not that. Right here. Okay, so there are a couple things all right, so I announced that there's I'mAwakeNowWhat.com /calendar. And if you are not signed up to the newsletter, I just want to make you aware of this because in the past I've said that you just load up the web page and then automatically in a matter of 10 seconds or so you'll get a pop-up window that says join our newsletter. Well, I was actually a little bit wrong on that. My apologies. So if you actually hover your mouse outside of the web browser, then you'll see the join our newsletter. So please be sure to join our newsletter on there. If you don't find that, maybe you're on a tablet or a phone or something, just scroll down a little bit and you'll see there join our newsletter as well. Okay. So basically that'll keep you up to date on all of our happenings and whatnot. If we have to, reschedule or anything that happens to our uh, 2 week schedule, you can certainly find that there. So the other thing that I actually put out, I have made a point of it to put out a link called bit.ly/CM playlist that will actually take you over to a series of just frequencies and sounds right here. This is simply a playlist, and there's only 83 videos in here right now. But um, I myself, I play this actually when we're in coherence meditations as a little background music. Feel free to use that list. Otherwise, you could just literally find anything online here, like frequency. I mean, there's tons of them throughout YouTube. Frequency for sleeping, healing, anything. So, that's a good resource for everyone there. So I wanted to make everyone aware of that. And so that covers that. So onward to our rest of our introduction here. So if you are unfamiliar with us, we do restream then. So we host our live over here on Zoom and we restream over to YouTube and Facebook. Okay. If you're not in the Facebook group, feel free to join that as well. I'm giving you guys a lot of links here. Want to keep the community connected here. So it's facebook.com/groups/ I'm awake now what? And just go ahead and just click on join. And I think we have auto approval in there, but if not, we'll have a moderator admin approve you. So every coherence meditation, we send out an email that provides a topic of today's session or that session and a little bit of a, just like a couple paragraphs and everything, you know, to kind of support the topic. And today's topic is titled Upgrading Communications from Crowded Two-Way Streets to Free Flowing Omnidirectional Pathways. It can be a little bit long sometimes, but it gets the point across. All
Very
right.
much so.
And if you do have a topic in mind, feel free to reach out to Seth once you're on Facebook, send him a DM or something, and he'll add that title to the queue. We are still working on a couple things, just like forms and everything, so we can kind of automate some things. Anyways, so wow, it's been only 2 weeks. I guess is that long or short? So how are you doing? How you doing, Seth?
I'm doing great. It's funny, my kitty just came over. And
Right
she's
on.
sitting there and there's a tick on her neck, so I'm like trying to get it off. I thought I got it off, but it looks like the head might be there. But aside from care and serving, I'm really grateful to be alive, really blessed. Everything happening in the world, as we all know, it's just getting crazy. But it's so necessary to usher in change because most of us, it's hard to change. When we know that we can, if our health needs to be improved or whatever, even just things external to us, the way we function, the way we exist in this world, it's all about relationship, right? And it's not just external relationship to all the people, places, and things, but our relationship to our life force, our spirit, our soul, and that energy, how it animates all the different parts, organs, glands, systems of the body. And we all, for the most part, especially in Western societies, we're not really taught to focus on that stuff. And it's come to a point now when it's no longer a luxury. It's like the health of our world is so off balance that it's a necessity. So, if everything is relationship, then relationship needs good, solid communication. And that's what we're going to do. So, we'll just get into it because I'm feeling it right now. And I want to get everybody into that internal communication point of being. So, wherever you are, just find somewhere where you're comfortable, where just for now, the time that we're spending together, where you can feel safe and relaxed and hopefully comfortable at the same time, because we're going to take our awareness and instead of focusing on everything or anything external to us, we're going to focus on the inside out from this literal bio electromagnetic soul, the energy of it, the information it contains. Everybody has lots of different beliefs and viewpoints, but it's pretty obvious that we all can agree that we share similar biology. I mean, anybody who is in a body with a heartbeat and a brain to think, and obviously all the rest of our organs and glands, if we tune into that, we all have that in common. And beyond that, yet totally within it, that energy, that soul is a super intelligence, literally a miracle of life And it's happening to all of us, for us to become conscious of, to create deeper relationship to. And you know what? It comes right down to that, that no matter what anybody else believes or projects, we share this beyond profound miracle, and we have a choice to build a deeper relationship to it. And we do that by communication. So you're relaxed. Just kind of scan your body and see if you're holding on any tension, if there's any pain, or even emotional, if there's feelings or thoughts, or any of it, or all of it. Just be aware that as you relax deeper, you begin to feel parts of yourself that you didn't even know was holding tension. And so scan your body slowly. And aside from relaxing your muscles, your bones, scan a little deeper to see if there's micro tensions you're holding on to. And no matter what you're feeling, when you bring your awareness to something in you or something that's happening to you, that's how we begin to communicate. So we have a pain in our neck, and it's persistent. And so we keep focusing on it. But at the same time, it can create anxiety or depression. And so then we don't want to focus on it. But then the condition or the symptoms persist. So when we allow ourselves to feel anxiety, depression, whatever it is, we're not avoiding it. We're choosing to open up deeper to it. And when we take our awareness and we allow ourselves to be open-minded and open-hearted and to focus on a part of our body, our health, our lives, whatever it is, when you take your attention and you place it wherever it is that you're choosing to place it, that's you talking to the part of your life because it's talking to you. And it's so obvious, right? There's pain. It's communicating. And so when we start to communicate back without resisting the feelings that we usually try to avoid, yeah, it's there. It's intense. It's saying things that maybe you don't want to hear, but we're choosing to hear it, to listen to it closer. And our awareness is literally the byproduct, if you will, of this miracle of life, this invisible, beyond super intelligence force of all kinds of different spectrums of frequency, of dimension. This soul that each of us share, we're sharing it with our body. And we're coming together with others who are also making that choice. And as we do that individually and at the same time communally or collectively as a group, that creates focused intention. It communicates that if I'm doing it, then you're doing it. And so as you are relaxed and you're focusing your miraculous attention on something that's been trying to get your attention, and now you're choosing to be aware of whatever that is. And you're in a safe space wherever you are. And you're in the company of others who truly care and want the best health and vibrancy for ourselves and for each other, because that is what matters. That is what's priceless when it comes to what we value. We are a miracle, and our awareness or our attention is powerful, powerful beyond description, beyond words, but we know it. We are experiencing it in a way that really causes us to come back home to take our awareness and come back into the core of our being, where our head, heart, our belly, the core of our being, that is where the most power is. And we know that all these organs that we have, glands, systems, we know that they are obviously in communication with each other. But so few of us don't even feel like we're in the conversation. But my goodness, if we, you and I, us, right now, began to become conscious of all of this communication that's happening within us, every thought, every beat of our heart, it's creating a flurry of lightning, literal electricity. But it's electricity that is evolved because it knows what it's doing. And we are that. We have the ability to be influenced by that rather than doing what the world has taught us, which is to give our attention away to everything external to us and very little to the core of our well being. But we're choosing now to bring our attention back home into our heart, our mind, into the core of our being. And so you're relaxed, you're open minded, open hearted. You can slow your breathing down so that it's a little deeper and more gentle. Even if you don't feel specifically what this miracle is, it's totally okay. Most of us have had our sensitivities blunted, but we are here to activate them and get them back on track. So you're relaxed, you're breathing slower and deeper. You know that your being is so, so beyond genius. And if you're not able to feel the awe and the gratitude that comes with that knowing, then think about a baby or a puppy or a kitten. Anything that makes you smile and feel joy for, empathy. See if you can feel that for yourself, within yourself. And so when your body is relaxed, you've slowed your breathing down, you recognize that there's a miracle. And even if you don't know it directly, you can feel it by an inner smile, by thinking or feeling people, places, things that make you feel uplifted and elevated. And that is the foundation. It's that simple. When we build that foundation and we get good at sustaining it, that opens up the doors to our non-conscious, our unconscious. And all of that, all of what we aren't really conscious of, that's the predominant bulk of what we are. The way we live in this world is so single focused. We're taught to be in our heads and that we have five senses. And through this little narrow minded view, our entire sense of self, our personality forms from this space of limitation. But since everybody around us is doing it, most of us don't question it. We do that too. And so our bodies are relaxed, our breathing is slower, deeper, gentle. We feel elevated by choice. And again, that is the foundation. And with that foundation in place, we're able to begin to open the doors to have greater communication with this profound conversation that's already happening in us, around us. And so when we get into these simple foundational states and we get good at staying in it, it will also bring up things, feelings that maybe we don't want to feel. Old trauma, situations, things that were hard for us to face when it happened. So we tried to push it down or sweep it away. And so when we are in these simple, sustained states of whole body coherence, and when we are conscious of it, we start becoming a lot more aware of the communication, the conversation within us. And of course, one of the best ways to do that is to feel your heartbeat. And if you can't feel it or hear it, we always promote stethoscopes, because when you can listen to your own heartbeat, when you listen to it, almost immediately you start to feel it. And the more you relax into it, the greater you're able to tune into the conversation that your heart is having with your brain, your belly. Every system in our body have all been living inside of a community that truly are our best friends. We think about these organs and systems and view them as friends. Gosh, what a company to keep, to be in the midst of. Your heart, your thyroid, your pituitary gland, all of it represents a community that is always in communication with itself. And when we show it love by demonstrating through intention, by turning our awareness inwards and literally acknowledging them. Acknowledge your liver, your gallbladder, your gland. These are our best friends, and they are closest to us more than anybody around us. And so when you're relaxed, you're breathing gently, deeper, you feel elevated because you know something profound is happening. And so you keep the lines of communication open. Or another way would be, you know, the conversation there, And it's almost like knocking on the door of your unconscious and saying, hey, can I come in there and hang out with you guys? Because I would love to consciously get to know you a lot more than I already do. You can tell them, you know what? I'm starting to acknowledge how much all of you in me are supporting me with unconditional love, power, intelligence, healing, our ability to not only feel, but to get so good at feeling that it opens up a wide spectrum of levels of communication that by our birthright are ours to have, to be with. And when we realize that most people place value on everything external to them, we miss out on what is priceless, what is valuable beyond comprehension. And so, from that simple foundation, relaxed body, gentler breathing, and elevated feeling, we get into that. We can start the communication anywhere in your body. You can start to be aware of your brain, your heart, or if there's a part of your body where there's pain or some kind of wound, you are allowed to talk to them and what they've got going on anytime. And of course, you can use language, but it's about the intention to become aware of what you have always known is there within you, but that maybe you weren't ready to open up lines of communication to the degree that allows you to remember, to know who you really are, what you are. And you keep doing this, and eventually you'll always find your community. You will develop intimate, conscious awareness of all these different parts in you that are beyond consciousness. And you'll feel things that are amazing, incredible, like a revelation. But you're also going to feel things that most of us don't like to feel. But that is where our medicine is. When we create the internal environment through that simple foundation state, sustain, then that is us communicating with this intelligence and saying, you know what? Let's face it. I'm ready to start being conscious of you. That is me, allowing me to exist. I know this miracle of life is what I am. It's what everybody is. And I am in the conversation. Problems? Yeah. Let's discuss it. Let's have a greater understanding of what the problems are because we know that on the other side of it are solutions. And the more you begin to treat all these different systems of your body just like the dream family you always wish you had, you have it. And in realizing that, you begin to experience the knowing that they have you, and they always have. You've trust issues with others in the world. You got places to turn to when you need to learn trust. If you're in pain emotionally because of a relationship that's just out of tune with who you are at this point, every quote unquote problem is the medicine that leads to our healing. The problem is the message. And the healing, the solution, is the completion of the problem with your conscious awareness of the problem. So the light of your awareness is choosing to be present with whatever the problem or the imbalance is within you. And don't sell yourself short. We are all literally made of power, and it is powerful. And there is no problem that is without solution. So you're relaxed. Your body feels totally at peace. Your whole respiratory system is breathing. You're elevated, and you feel that way because you're recognizing that all the organs and systems of your body are your soul family in the truest sense. And before long, that little tunnel vision view of who the world has taught us to be starts to open up, and the light starts to come in because the light is simply your awareness. And through your intention to know yourself as you truly are, the medicine of our soul, again, it's not just energy. It is super intelligent energy. Not only does it have that innate knowing already in place, it's got a plan. Whether we are choosing to be conscious of it or not, so we're choosing to. We are fascinated by this plan, the seeds of it already planted in us. And with the light of our awareness, we are watering and nurturing those seeds. And the light of our awareness is the sunlight that complements all the other elements that are already there. And communication isn't a one-way or two-way street. This energy inside that's already loving us, it's not bound to these bodies. It's in us, it's around us. It is so deep to a subatomic level and even deeper, smaller. And at the same time, it is infinite in its own inner nature. And when we get into that conversation and we begin to communicate, even if you're starting with words and language, just like this internal soul or life force or pulse, just as it already knows what it's doing inside of you, whether you're conscious of it or not. It has a plan in place. And for most people, it's simply just waiting for our approval. And if this intelligence can cause these bodies to work, whether we're aware of it or not, if it can do that, isn't it just kind of common sense that it can also guide us as these personalities, to guide us to live in a world where so many seem to be so out of touch with their own heartbeat? So many stuck in their heads, cycling over and over, thinking about this and that, thinking and feeling loops, all the things that without even realizing we've made a habit of. That habit becomes strong. And if we're not a part of the conscious intent to make that habit is still there no matter what. But when all of what we just shared congeals, when it starts to become coherent, collaborative, we will know that we are definitely a part of the communication, of the conversation. And just as it knows how to keep our bodies going, it also knows how to guide us because it is us and we are it. And the only illusion is this tiny little misplaced idea that we've forgotten who and what we are. And the irony of it, how could we ever forget or not know it when we are it? But even that, the biggest questions in life are already answered. And by getting into that conversation, new possibilities of how to communicate within and all around begin to unlock. And they aren't contained in words. Just like the energy in our body is not confined to only being within us, the energy of our greater self, it's waiting for us to be in communication with it, and it will communicate back. It will begin to reveal ways of knowing and being that simply have to be experienced to know. Because words, language, it has a lot of great possibilities, and it's got its flip side. But we are comprised of something so incredibly magnificent and powerful and pulsing with life. And it doesn't need language. It is sensory based. We can sense it. And in our intention to sense it back, that relationship, that way of communicating starts to be amplified. So be with this. Listen to this a few times if it was helpful, because it is true. Our organs are our family, soul family, physical family. They are family across the board, no matter what, always, all the time. And they are in constant communication, but it's not linear, or not only linear, the way that we usually perceive reality with that tunnel vision. It is it is omnipresent. It is ever expanding and contracting and expanding and spinning and spiraling and fractal, and it's all part of the same lines of communication that, even if it feels overwhelming, the solution allows us to be able to help others. And even when life seems like it has no meaning, that is the meaning. And our open mindedness, our open heart, our choice to realize there is a miracle in us that is us. When we do that personally and again together as a community, without even having to say a word, we role model that energy, because that is reality. And reality itself, what is really happening, is the bulk of reality and who we think we are in this short little blip of our life from conception to where we are now. It's so short, it's so small. But my gosh, is it trying to get our attention? And what happens when we get good at communicating with it? Anything is possible. All problems are made to discover solutions. And the more we get in tune with that beautiful harmony of reality, revealing to us what it's already doing, and our awe and the mystery of it baffles us, but we are so, so grateful because we recognize it's powerful beyond the limitations of what most people think reality is. That's what's really happening. And again, we're choosing to do this individually and at the same time with each other as a community, but not in any weird way, or it is pure. We have come to a place, all of us, where we recognize that in one degree or many others, we know that this relationship, this communication with life itself, begins with us. And that through this level of communication, in tune with this foundation of a relaxed body, deeper breathing, and elevated feeling, we do that within ourselves, and then we become friends or supporters or whatever. That is nature. Those of us who are focused on developing our own inner nature become a force of nature when we all connect. So, if you want to keep being in this deeper state for you, then you can hang up. And yeah, I would definitely suggest that everybody revisit this meditation a few times. It will sound and feel different every time. You will become aware of parts in you that resonate with this message, but it's you, has nothing to do with me or anybody else. This is all you. And with full integrity, we are here to support each other to the best of our abilities. For me, no matter what, at all costs, we can choose to love greater than we suffer. And the marriage of those two elements creates solutions. So slowly start rubbing your hands together to create friction and heat. Get them nice and hot and create that warmth. And then put your hands over your eyes and make complete darkness. And notice if you see or sense or become aware of something that's communicating to you, with you, through you. And I would also like to add, we have a community member, Penny, who a lot of people love, and she's going through really, really intense stuff. She's in the hospital, respiratory issues. And I want to mention that so that anybody who feels compelled to just send love to her, maybe through our breathing, we are recognizing that we can do that. And just by sharing our own success with someone who's going through it is profound. So, yes, thank you for her for this. And please share this, tag others, help us get the word out there. This is, I mean, I feel like I was made for this, and I know many others do as well. So let's do it. Let's show up like we are. Let's find others. Let's do this. What do you think, Greg? What do you feel? I can't hear you. Oh, oh, you took vows of silence. Okay, I get
I forgot to unmute, but yeah, as my green screen is being disconnected there, I'm like, all right, the image basically
it.
provides what like what the session was about. So, but right on. And if anybody actually recalls this, I have this up in my notes. Our community's unity not only connects us, but also strengthens our individual and collective immunity. I
Ah,
remember that from months ago.
yeah.
Okay. So
All
yeah,
right.
yeah, thoughts and prayers, everything to Penny, and best of wishes to the swift recovery and get out of that hospital. All right. So um
This group functions in so many different ways too. Like we are very dimensional, multi-dimensional. We're very like when something happens, we like to show up and serve, whether no matter how great or small, because it all matters, you know. So thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yes.
all right, guys.
All right.
Thank
Well,
you,
we'll see you
everyone.
guys in a couple weeks. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna be doing lots of spontaneous meditations as well. And Gray and I have been talking about that, and I've kind of started doing more of them, but we're gonna do a lot more. And so, yeah, be on the
Cool.
lookout for that. And let's create a healthier world starting from within.
I always get your notifications on Facebook. So, all right, dude. Thanks, everyone. 2 weeks. We'll
Thank
see you
you,
again.
everybody.